Hey guys, in today's video I'll be reviewing some Just yarn from the Dollar Tree. They do carry some cotton yarn which I have tried out. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I do have a video on it if you do want to check it out. But I am really excited to try out their worsted weight yarn. So the Dollar Tree that I went to didn't have that many colors to choose from, and I do know that you can purchase online and pick up in store, but I think if you order online you have to have a minimum of 6 of one color, and I didn't want to do that because I kind of just want to try it out since I'm just curious. So I did pick up this yellow one. This one is in the color Soft Gold. This yarn is also made in Turkey, and I haven't checked out this website, but I think I'll check it out just to see what's on there. Okay, so I just went to the website and I immediately saw that you have to spend $75 for free shipping, and I was like, oh, that's not for me. Now, I have bought yarn that totaled up to $75 before, which is recently, but that's because I'm making something for someone. But usually I don't spend that much on yarn, and I don't like to pay for shipping, so I'm not sure if I would use that website. But let's get back to this yarn. So this has 131 yards in it, which is 120 meters. Then in ounces, it is 2.11, which is 60 grams. This is also 100% acrylic yarn, which is my favorite kind of yarn to work with. The weight of this is a 4, and then it does recommend to use a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook with it. So I will be using it with this crochet hook today, which is also from the Dollar Tree. It's a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, and I do have a review on this as well. It also says that you can machine wash it in warm water. You can tumble dry it at normal heat, so I will also be testing it in the wash. So if you do watch my videos, you know that I mainly crochet amigurumi projects. And you know what, I usually say amigurumi, but I'm trying to say amigurumi now because I guess that's the correct way to pronounce it. But and you know, I don't really have to wash those kind of items, but for the sake of this video, I think I'm just going to make another coaster just so I can see how it turns out in the wash, which I think is going to come out fine, but you know, you still gotta test it out. So let's first get started. Actually, before I get started, I want to mention that if you do open the outer packaging, on the inside it does come with a ruler, so it's in inches up to 9 inches, and then there's just some more information right here, or like a little note. But yeah, I've never opened that before. I've never seen that, but yeah, usually I just toss this aside. But now let me get started with crocheting. Okay, so actually one more thing I want to show you before we start crocheting. So this yellow one, of course, is the Dollar Tree yarn that I showed you in the beginning, and then this brown one right here is the Big Twist Value yarn. I think this is in camel, but you can see it kind of looks exactly the same. So I feel like I'm most likely going to like this yarn because I do like the Big Twist yarn. However, it does depend on the color, because I find that certain colors can come out on the thinner side, and I don't really like it as much when I crochet with it. But yeah, so these are both a weight of 4 yarn, and it kind of looks exactly the same. Okay, so as I'm crocheting with this, I will let you know how it feels. Again, I am going to be making a coaster. I think I'll just make a sun coaster, but I'll also try some amigurumi projects as well, and then I'll come back at the end to update you on how that turned out. But yeah, already I can tell that I'll most likely like this because I mean, I already like acrylic yarn, so I feel like I was biased in my cotton one that I reviewed from the Dollar Tree. But also I'm going to be crocheting a little bit slower because I tested out some nail stuff recently, so you can see I got my nails done. But yeah, so I will let you know how it works up as I'm crocheting. But right now I'm just doing a magic circle. I think I'm gonna do about 6 single crochets into this. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. While I'm crocheting, I do want to mention that I still do like the Dollar Tree crochet hook, this one right here, but if you do pull really tight when you crochet, I wouldn't suggest it. In the video that I reviewed it, I did recommend it, and I still do because I think it's pretty cheap. You get 2 of these if you buy the plastic one, and they come in different sizes. I think this one comes with also a 5 millimeter crochet hook, but I haven't been using it because for Christmas I was gifted a set of clover hooks, and that's what I've been using recently. But yeah, I do still like the hook. It's just that I have so many hooks, so I have a lot to choose from. But I think these are good hooks if you want something pretty cheap. And yeah, also if you like the shape of these kind of hooks. So Anyways, that was my, I think my third increasing round. I don't know how many I'm gonna go up to yet, because I'm kind of just making this up as I go along. But I'm only going to make one coaster this time because I still have my 2 from the other review that I did. But yeah, so far, this is working up nicely. I do like it. No issues with like splitting or anything yet. So hopefully it holds up in the wash. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep crocheting and then I'll pop in for another update in a bit. Alright, so I'm back for a check-in. You can see the circle is a bit bigger now, and I want to say that this is 1,000 times better than the cotton yarn they do have. This one feels so much softer. Sorry, I'm gonna count really quick. 1, 2, 3, and then my 4th one. So yeah, this one is so much softer than the cotton yarn, and this is basically, I feel like this is basically just like the Big Twist value yarn, if you guys know what that one is. I use it all the time, but this one, it's really soft, but it's just not as soft as the Big Twist. I don't think there's like a major difference, but you know, if I'm being nitpicky for this review, it's just not as soft as the Big Twist, but I don't think that's a big deal. Especially if you wash it, I think it's going to come out even much nicer. But I also want to compare this to the AliExpress yarn. The AliExpress is, I don't think I have the packaging anymore, but I do have a review on it, and I think that this one would be more worth your money than the AliExpress, because I think that one comes with less, but that one is also soft as well, and I did like how that one works up. But so far I do really like this. Actually, this one is much thicker. Well, not much thicker, but it's thicker than the AliExpress yarn. So the only difference is, you know, Dollar Tree usually doesn't carry a huge stock amount when you go there. I always find like the most random colors. Actually, I do like this color, but yeah, again, you can get this online, but you would have to purchase about 6 of them. Which honestly, it's still pretty cheap, but I guess it all depends on how close Dollar Tree is to you. It's really close to me, so I can walk there. But you know, you can still get Big Twist for like $2 to $3, and they have a huge color selection. But then again, Joann's is further from me, so I guess it all depends how close the stores are to you. But yeah, so far, so good. I don't know how many times I've said that already, but I'm almost done with the circle part of my coaster. Alright, so I stopped expanding the circle after that last clip and I started my rays. I haven't made one of these before, so I'm just winging it, but I feel like the rays are nice. It might be a little bit small, but I think it's okay. And I feel like I can already tell you guys that I would definitely recommend this yarn. I haven't washed it yet, but I'm already going to say that I recommend it because it's super soft. I don't have any splitting issues. And it's only $1, so it's pretty cheap. I guess the only issue is, sorry, I mention this all the time, but it's mainly finding like the colors you would want. But so far I really like it, and I honestly feel like this is really comparable to the Big Twist yarn. I haven't tried any other colors besides this yellow one you see here, so I don't know if they also have issues where, you know, the other colors might be on the thinner side. But yeah, so far I really like this, and the only thing left I have to do is the wash test. But 1, 2, 3. I'm also going to make, I think I'm going to make an actual sun amigurumi as well, just so I can see how that will turn out. But yeah, this is what it currently looks like so far. Okay, so as I'm crocheting this, I also wanted to mention something else. I think I deleted this clip. I haven't edited this video yet, but I mentioned that I think a lot of acrylic yarn, well, most of the acrylic yarn is the same, but I do find that there are some differences. Like there are some brands, like sometimes when I use the Red Heart Super Saver, I think I mentioned this in a couple videos too, but that yarn, I feel like there's some of the, it's not like lint or anything, or maybe it is kind of like lint, but you know, those little fuzzy parts, it always comes off of the yarn. When I use their ombre line, that yarn definitely like will come at my face, and it just gives me like so many allergies. And I don't really have that issue with like too many yarns, but I do feel like when I use the Red Heart, I always have an issue where like 1, 2, 3, where you know, like I'm sneezing like crazy or kind of like itching. So I think there is a difference with some acrylic yarn, but most of them I think are the same, like within like, you know, like the softness and stuff. But yeah, this one I feel like, you know, the little fuzzy parts, they aren't bothering me. It doesn't like fall off the yarn or anything. So that's just another thing I wanted to mention. I know it doesn't happen with all yarns, and sometimes it really does depend on like the color, like or the line of it, because the Red Heart ombre line, I have like, I think I tried 2 or 3 of their colors and that happened to me. So I think it definitely depends on the line, because they're, you know, the normal solid colors, I don't have too many issues with it. Well, sometimes, but I did too many chains. Yeah, but anyways, before I keep rambling, I just wanted to mention that as well, because I didn't have an issue with it. So I think that's really nice that this yarn is like wound up really nice together. So I'm just going to finish my raise and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I just finished my sun coaster and this is what it looks like. I think it turned out really cute for, you know, my first sun coaster I ever made, but the back definitely needs work. I don't know how to fix this, but this is what it looks like. So I will give it a wash test about a couple days later, but as of right now, I love how this yarn works up. I feel like if they offered it, you know, in a bigger size, I would definitely buy so much more of these because I just love how this one feels. It's so soft. It works up really nice. Oh, and I just thought about this. I feel like the eyes and the mouth might mess up in the wash, but that's okay. We're just testing out the yarn anyways. But out of all of the yarns I have reviewed, like the 99-cent store, the AliExpress, and then the other Dollar Tree yarn, this one is definitely my favorite. It beats out all of them. It's so soft. It feels really nice. Again, super comparable to the Big Twist yarn. So without washing it, I would still recommend it. I think it works out amazing. And I will be making something else. I don't know what I'm going to make yet, but I'll come back to show you what it is, just so I can test this yarn out a bit more. Just finished crocheting my amigurumi sun and this is what it looks like. Usually when I make a sun, I actually do the tentacle looking rays or the pom-poms, but I wanted it to match my coaster, so I think it looks cute like this. While crocheting with this yarn, I have no issues with it. I actually love it. I give it a 5 out of 5. The only thing that I wish was different about this yarn is that they offered it in a bigger size. I'm not a huge fan of a small amount of yarn. I like my big stuff like the Karen's 1-pound yarn, but that's the only thing that I wish was different about this. Hey guys, I'm currently editing this video right now, and I know I mentioned I like my Karen's 1-pound yarn and I wish this was bigger, but obviously the Dollar Tree can't offer a pound of yarn for $1. I think right now they don't offer anything over $1, or they don't sell anything for over $1, but I know that the 99 does, so I think I was just thinking of that. But yes, I understand that a pound of yarn can't be just $1. I have no complaints about how it feels or how it works up. Everything is perfect. I have no splitting issues. The only thing I have left to do is to wash this coaster, and then I'll show you guys the final results after it comes out of the washer and dryer. I just got it out of the washer and dryer and I'm literally filming this in my car right now, but look, the eyes still stayed on and it turned out fine. There's a little bit of yarn fraying right here, but I'm just gonna trim that off. I don't think it's a huge deal. The yarn, it feels kind of the same. It didn't really change too much, so it's definitely fine in the washer and dryer, and I give this yarn a 5 out of 5. I really like it, and if they ever offer a bigger size, I would definitely purchase more. But yep, this is the end of my review, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.